Welcome to week number 4 of the Stitch Along with my friends over at yarnspirations.com, as well as ourselves here at the Crochet Crowd. We're going on to week number 4 with our summer Stitch Along, and this is the study of texture Afghan. This study this week is the ants are marching 2 by 2. So we're going to get into a bit of biology today, as we are going to then work in pairs as we work around our Afghan. What does that exactly mean? We are going to be just making sure that the rib stitching starts going in twos as we go all the way around, so keeping it 2 by 2. So the ants came marching 2 by 2. We're going to be getting this one done, and then we're going to move on then next week. So without further ado, let's grab our yarn and let's head back to the studio and let's get you started on week number 4. So let's pick up exactly where we left off. So we're now going to continue to round number 20. You've already done this type of round before. So I tried to make sure that when we were doing this that every row wasn't something crazy, so that you could continue along easily. You're going to chain a total of 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then in the same space you're going to double crochet again. So you already know how to do this round. So each one of these stitches all the way around is going to be a double crochet. Don't forget here, remember that you did this one here. This is a chain 2, does not count as a stitch. So your first stitch is right here. Okay, so make sure you watch those every time that you're going in a new round when you have that. So there's just going to be 1 double crochet in each one of the stitches going around, and then in the corners it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So we've already covered that in previous weeks. So please do that now, and I'll see you at the end of this round, round number 20. So I'm coming all the way around on round number 20, and we're going to start our front posts and back posts in just a moment as we continue around. So when I was designing this, every time I went to go start something new, I tried to make it very consistent among the whole Afghan in order to make it easier for you to be able to follow. So a lot of it's been done for my convenience, but also for yours to be able to follow. So in the final space there, you're going to put in 2 double crochets, and then just join with the half double crochet join to the top of the first chain 3. Nice and simple. So we're going to just turn it slightly, and let's begin our next round. So our next round, as we continue, then we're going to start the front post and the back post. So we're going to chain up 2, does not count as anything. Just keep in mind in that for the future. And then you're going to put in 2 half double crochets into that same space. Like that. So the first 2 that you're going to do is a front post double crochet. So just coming in, just wrap and come out through the side and pull through. You've already done front posts on this before, and it's just a double crochet front post, and you're going to do 2 in a row that are front post double crochet. Now the next 2 will be back post double crochet. So wrap coming from the back, grab the post and go back to the back and double crochet as normal, and do the next one as a back post double crochet. Just like that. So what you're going to do is that you are going to just continue in that same manner. So the next 2 are going to be front post double crochet, and the next 2 will be back post double crochet. So please continue all the way down to the end of the row and to the end of the corner. So let's begin. We're going to chain 2, does not count as anything, and in the same space you're going to apply 2 double crochet or 2 half double crochets. So we have a very consistent, easy to follow pattern going across. So the first 2 are going to be front post double crochet. So we've done that before earlier in the weeks of clues. So you're just going to wrap the hook coming from the side, come out to the other side and pull through, and double crochet as usual, wrap, and do the next one, front post double crochet. The next 2 in a row are going to be back post double crochet. So coming from the back, grab the post, go stay to the back and double crochet, and do the next one like that as well. So there's going to be 2 in a row. The next 2 are front post double crochet. I'm going to speed up, and then the next 2 are back post double crochet, and I want you to repeat doing that all the way to the first corner. Let's just quickly review when we get to that corner, and then we'll turn, and then you'll do the rest of this round on your own. So I'm coming up to the end of the row. Now I have a problem here, and I want to keep this in the tutorial. So I could frog back and show that life is completely perfect, but it doesn't always end up being perfect. So I got 2 front post double crochet, and I have to do 2 back post double crochet and end with 2 front post double crochet, because the ending is always 2 front post double crochet. So I'm missing one of these. Don't think that nobody else would do this, not even a designer, but what you can just do, if I were you and you were me, and it's going to be hardly noticeable, but what you can just do is do the next 2 as a back post double crochet, and if you got the right counts you don't got to worry about any of this, but what I would do if I were you is that you need to have 2 front post double crochets when you finish. So I would put 2 front post double crochets around the same post. I know, completely cheating. And then start your row as normal, or start your corner. So it's 2 double crochet, sorry, it's 2 half double crochet 2 half double crochet, and then chain 2 half double crochets. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And where this can happen is that if you were like kind of not paying attention to that chain 2 that was in the very beginning, sometimes you can add or miss a stitch very easily. So when you can fake it or make it, see, it doesn't look absolutely perfect, but it will balance itself out next time you come around this round. And now that you've done it right like this, it'll be perfect next time you come around. To start the next side then, the first 2 are gonna be front post double crochets, and then the next 2 are back post double crochets. So you're just gonna continue what you know, and if you're missing a stitch you can just do that and what I just showed you, and if you got it perfect then a gold star for you for your lesson today. So keep on going all the way around, and sometimes you just gotta know when to improvise, because life is never perfect, and if you can fake it or make it, then you're halfway there when it comes to your crochet building skills. So I'll see you at the end of this round. So I want to show you another cheating technique that some people use, and you know, it's all about knowing how to improvise. So I know that I have 2 in the back posts, which is this one plus another one, then 2 front posts and then back posts, but I'm supposed to end up with 2 front posts in the end. So what you can do, and I'm just doing this for your demonstration purposes, is that I want to make sure that I keep the number of counts. So I have 17 of these front post groups going all the way across. So what you can just do is fake the back one. So you can do that one and then do another one in the back post double crochet, and then do the next 2 that in the front, and then the next one you can do 2 in the back post again. And what this is doing is it's putting you back in balance, and there's a lot of people that end up doing really massive mosaic kind of blankets or mandala kind of ideas, and they get their counts wrong and then they quit. So the idea is to know where to improvise so that you can continue on the same path, and then do the final 2 as a double crochet, as 2 front post double crochets, and then what you can just do then is just join to the top of the first half double crochet that you had started with. Sorry, you got to put in 2 half double crochets in the corner first, and then just join with a half double crochet in the corner. So it's all knowing where to go. So now that we put ourselves back on track, you can barely notice about this, and because this design has so much texture and the colors play with each other, you will pretty much not even realize it's even there. So this will put you back in balance just in case you're out of balance. For myself, I'm gonna go back, and this was just to show you how to improvise, and but this is one of the ways that I did it. One of the Afghans that I did in this particular design before, I've done that, and it was for myself, and really nobody notices anyway. So let's continue on to the next round. We have 2 more rounds to go. So I'm continuing on to the next round, and I want to chain 2, does not count as anything, and I want to put 2 half double crochets in the corner. So 1 and 2. So you see that these are front post double crochets. So these ones here must be starting off with the back post double crochet. Remember that the chaining 2 is not included in there, so make sure you don't use that one. So just start in the first half double crochet with the front post double crochet, or with the back post double crochet, and you're doing 2 in a row like that. And then the ones that are in the front post already, you're gonna keep those as a front post double crochet. So the ants are marching 2 by 2, and you're just keeping it the same. So the next ones, you see that they're in the back post, you're gonna keep those back posts. And because if you had to do any correcting to the pattern at this point, as far as like adding extra stitches if you had to, then this literally will make it all in sync with each other, because you really can't go wrong from this point. So sometimes there's ideas in a pattern where you can improvise and correct along the way instead of having to frog all the way to find where your error is. And you know, sometimes you can just totally get away with it, such as this particular design, and then you're good to go. So continue all the way around with just maintaining exactly what you already see. Remember, in the corners it'll be front post, sorry, it'll be 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets. So when you go to your next corner, the ending ones here will be 2 back post double crochets, in that one, and then this one starts off with 2 back post double crochets and then carries on. So you want to maintain the ribbing so that it looks like it's in sets of 2. So please do that all the way around. So to prove my point, as I'm coming around the round number 22, we're going to go to round 23 next, and that's the final for this week's clues, is that I'm still continuing on with my front post double crochets that I have. Now the next one is a correction. So you can see it looks like it right now, but when you can carry on to this round, because you did the correction already in the round below, it will make it look like it's perfect. See, it's pretty close. Nothing in life is ever perfect, so if you can accept those kind of things, that's awesome. So it's a neat way to be able to correct yourself without having a frog and get yourself back in balance so that each one of the sides is right. And you know, life happens. Sometimes you just miscount along the way. As we carry on, the final ones, like it wasn't before, as the final 2 is a back post double crochet, and then it's going to be a half double crochet twice in the final, and you're going to join it with the half double crochet join to the top of the first half double crochet. There's a chain 2 there, so don't worry about that. So final round number 23, this is it, my friends. Until next time, you're going to chain up 3, counts as a double crochet, and you'll double crochet again in that same one. So we're gonna bring this back in balance. Remember, there's a chain 2 here, so don't worry about that as being a stitch, because it's not. And you're just gonna start on your first half double crochets. You're gonna do 1 double crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around. Corners, like before, how we started today's clue, will be just 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the corner, and you're gonna do that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. And then next week we're gonna continue to week number 5. Week number 5 is your midterm exam pretty much, and it's gonna be the hardest one of all of them to do, and if you can get past that, then you're laughing all the way to the end of the project. And when I say hard, it just means you have to pay attention a little bit more. So until next time, we'll be back at the end of this round, and then we'll kick you off into next week, and we'll see you then. So I'm coming to the end of round number 23, and you're noticing that the colors are changing more often, so you don't have such large groups of the colors staying consistent like you did in the very beginning. So this is really going to play for well for itself as we continue in my design as we carry on. So this is the final round for this week, and the last space, don't forget to put in 2 double crochets first, and then join to the top of chain 3 with the half double crochet join. And that's a technique I learned from Jeannie many moons ago. So this is how you're going to finish for now, and this is where you are, and we'll see you next week. Before I let you go to next week, I just want to let you know, see, there's a correction right here that I did. The Afghan is still laying flat, so even though I've asked you to do a correction, it still should lay flat on you, and I don't want to mislead you that I may have frogged it in between the video takes in order to get it to lay flat. So this is something that you can do, and it does work well within this project. So we'll see you next week, for serious this time. So that's it for week number 4, and if your ants went marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah, yep, you're done. So get this done, and I'll see you on week number 5. Week number 5, we're going to do the study of yarn colored eggs. I wonder what that means. I don't know. I'll have to look at my sheet. So I'll see you next week for week number 5 as we continue our stitch along for the summer. This is Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. See you again real soon. Bye-bye.